Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be working on 3 consecutive odds. And in this one you're given an integer array R and return true if there's 3 consecutive odd numbers in the array, otherwise return false. So they also don't have to be like consecutive in terms of like they have to be one after the other. What I mean is like you don't have to have something like this. Like it's just any 3 odd numbers in a row. So yeah, so in this there aren't, and in this there are. So there's 5, 7, and 23. And I'll just talk about briefly about some like bad habits to get into because this is an easy problem. So let's say like here they only ask you for 3, but let's say they ask you for like 1,000 consecutive numbers or some big number. What you don't want to do is like check, is my number odd? And if it is odd, let me check the next whatever, like 999 numbers, and check if they're consecutive. And then if they are, return true. If something breaks there, then I go to the next number and check that and something like that. Like that wouldn't be good. So basically here we're just looking for a streak. So if we're looking for a streak of some numbers, what we can do is we can just go through our numbers, and if it's odd, we can just increase our streak. And then if it's even, we can just reset our streak. And anytime we increase our streak, we can just check, is the streak what we want? If yes, return true. And that's going to be like the best way to write it. That way you're not like looking at numbers multiple times, and for bigger inputs and for like bigger streaks, it'll work. So that's generally how you want it. Like a streak is a pretty easy pattern. You just go through all your numbers. And like I said, we're just going to check, is it odd? If it is, let's increase our streak. So I can quickly show it. There's honestly not too much to explain, but so if our numbers are this, and I feel like I am at the point where like it's kind of hard for me to say like is something worth explaining, because a lot of times I think a lot of things are easy that are not. So yeah, so basically what we would do here is we'd say like, okay, this is odd, so our streak is 1. This is even, so we're going to reset our streak to 0. This is even, so our streak is still 0. This is odd, our streak is 1. Even, reset. Odd, 1. Odd again, 2. Odd again, 3. And once we hit a 3, we just return true. And that's the main thing we're going to do, and now we can code it. So we can have a streak. And we can go through all our numbers. So check it's odd, bunch of ways you can do it. You can just mod 2, one of the more common ways. So if a mod 2 equals 1, then it's odd. So if it's odd, we can increase our streak. And then we only have to check if our streak is 3 when we increase it, because there's no way for it to get to 3 without us increasing it, right? Like if we didn't change it, it can't get to 3. So we only have to check here. So we can say if streak is 3, return true. And then the else case of this is just reset the streak. And so this is a pretty easy pattern you can use for just seeing if you can get something in a row. And so obviously if we went through this whole loop and we never hit a streak of 3, we can just return false as a default. Okay. Yeah, looks like there's not enough Java solutions. So this one's pretty easy to figure out time and space. We're just going through our numbers once. We're not double checking anything. And we just have the one variable for streak, so that's O1. And yeah, I think I do kind of like this thing, to be honest. Pretty good. I think I haven't tested it yet for like the harder graph problems or like backtracking or something. Like something with complicated complexities. I think it doesn't do that. I guess we'll see. It did give me like 2-term stuff, but yeah, we'll see what happens with the harder ones. But that's going to be all for this one. Pretty easy one to start off the month. So if you did enjoy it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.